Okay, I'm back with the PT Cruiser. The car seems to want to try to overheat occasionally, but if the heat comes on or lets it idle, then the temperature goes down. Got my pressure tester hooked up. I'm going to test the system for any leaks. Trying to get up to 15 psi. Okay, it's at 15 psi's and it's holding, so there are no leaks in the system. Well, the radiator cap says 16 psi's. So that part of the cooling system is good. I'm going to test the radiator cap next, see if that's holding pressure. Okay, I got the radiator cap on to the pressure gauge. I'll pump it to 16 psi's and see if it releases. That lets me know that the cap is good. I'm not getting any pressure at all. Let me make sure it's tight. Okay, this gauge isn't pumping up to get at the pressure to see if it releases. So I guess the next thing would be to try radiator cap and make sure the system is filled up, at least to that full hot mark. And that should allow the system to operate correctly. Okay, got the new radiator cap onto the adapter. I'm going to test it. You see the pressure's going up. 16 psi. And hold it. So this new radiator cap is good. The other one is bad. So this should help with the pressure in the cooling system. Okay, I'm back with this PT Cruiser. The car is still overheating after replacing the radiator cap, thermostat. The cooling system's been flushed out twice with the second time with industrial strength cleaner. It helped a little bit, but it's still overheating. Checked the pressure. There was no leaks with the engine off pressure test. Now I'm going to be doing a engine running test to make sure that the head gasket is good and the cylinder block is good before replacing the water pump. I got the cooling system pressure gauge hooked up to the radiator cap. That's the pressure tester. I'm going to start the engine and take note of the pressure as the engine is warming up. So we're just monitoring the pressure here. isn't rising rapidly. It's a good sign that the head gasket is good. The needle isn't vibrating, so that's a good sign that there's no crack in the cylinder or the engine block. At this point, I'm just going to let it get to operational temperature, and multiple points on the gauge. Okay, the engine is at normal operating pressure, and the coolant fan is on high. The temperature gauge is steadily going up at normal operating pressure. So after I've replaced thermostats, flushed it out, radiator caps is getting good pressure. The cylinder head is good, the needle isn't vibrating or anything, and the pressure didn't rise too rapidly, so the head gasket is good. Then the only thing to do would be replace the water pump, and that should equalize the cooling system and keep it at normal operational temperature. So that's what I'm going to do next, is the water pump repair. Okay, I'm comparing the old water pump from the PT Cruiser with the new one, and doesn't look damaged at all. It turns real easy though, real fast. But I don't think that really means anything. That's probably because of the engine wear on it. But it's not loose here. The blade isn't loose at all. The bearing doesn't feel like it has any play in it. The new one's a little tighter. A little tighter to turn. Compared to this one. So the owner took it to another shop and they said it was a water pump. So I did other tests on it. And all I have to do is put this in here and see if it stops the overheating.